Okay, this revision video is all about adding, subtracting decimal numbers. Okay, our first problem is 2.3 plus 1.92. The secret to addition and subtraction questions with decimals is to make sure you line everything up. Okay, there's no fancy tricks like in multiplication of decimals where you count decimal places and then use that in your answer at the end. You've just got to make sure you line them up and then you treat it exactly the same as you would a normal addition and subtraction. Okay, so in this question I'm going to put 2.3 at the top. Now I need to make sure that I line my decimal point up in 2.3 with the decimal point in 1.92. So that's 1 in the units, decimal point 92. I've got to add these. Okay, so looking at the first column, over here if I select right tool, this one, looking at this, I've got nothing up here, so I'm doing nothing plus 2, which gets me 2. In the next column, we've got 3 plus 9, gets me 3 plus 9 is 12, so I put the 2 there and I carry the 1 into the next column. I've got, and this is the important bit, a decimal point here, decimal point here, I'm going to have a decimal point here. So I've got 2 plus 1 plus the other one that I carried across gets me 4. 4.22 is my final answer. Another addition one. Okay, the secret, making sure you set it out right. So we've got 34.06. Need to make sure I line the decimal points up. So the decimal point goes there, 7, 8. Okay, so this time, just to remind myself, okay, I've got a decimal point here, I've got a decimal point here, my decimal point is going to go here. So we put the decimal point in there. Okay, I can do that before I do the rest of the sum. Then we just get a normal, straightforward addition problem. 6, nothing there, so I've got 6 plus nothing, gets me 6. Really simple one this time. I've got nothing, I've got nothing plus 8. Nothing plus 8 gets me 8. Next column, so we're into the units column now. So this time I've got 4 plus 7 gets me 11. I put the 1 there, I carry my 1 to there. 3 plus 1 gets me 4. Final answer, 41.86. Right, let's try some subtraction. Okay, exactly, it's all about lining them up. Okay, don't need to count decimal places, we just need to set it out right and make sure all the decimal points are lined up. So we've got 12.9. Okay, so my decimal point in the number below has to go there, so that's 5.26. And we're doing a subtraction this time. So, can I take 6 away from, wait a minute, there's nothing up here. So I'm going to have to borrow from the 9 in here. So I'm going to put a 0 up there. And I borrow from this, which leaves me with 8. So I get 10 there. 6 away from 10 gets me 4. Now I'm going to do the next column, which is the 10th column. So I've got 2. I'm taking it away from 8, which leaves me with 6. I should have put my decimal point in there right at the start. Then I've got 2. Take away 5. Can't do that. So I'm borrowing from this column, which leaves me with nothing in the 10th column. So I get 12. 5 away from 12 leaves me with 7. Question finished. 7.64. Let's try one more. Okay, remember, it's all about lining up. So I've got 9.04. And this time we're taking away 6.5. So the decimal point has to go there. 6.5. I'm going to put a 0 in there. So I've got something in the hundredths columns. We're doing a take away. Okay, so this time I've got 4 and we're taking 0 away from 4. So that leaves me nothing away from 4. Leaves me with 4. Now, the next bit's trickier. I've got nothing and I need to take 5 away from it. I can't take 5 away from nothing, so I'm going to have to borrow from the next column. So I'm borrowing from there. That leaves me with 8. I get 10 there. 5 away from 10 leaves me with 5. I've got a decimal point, a decimal point. So here is going to be, you guessed it, a decimal point. And then we've got 6, I've got to take away from 8, leaves me with 2, 2.54. So no fancy tricks, lining it up, remembering decimal point, decimal point, decimal point goes there in the answer. Don't need to count the decimal places like you do with multiplication, which is a revision video 1. You just need to line up the place value columns and the decimal points.